Hey everybody, welcome to Thursday and our second live of the year. We're doing good.
Yeah.
We're 2 for 2.
Yeah, we're off to a good start this year.
Awesome.
7:30 p.m. and we're ready to do it.
Absolutely. So, if any of you happen to have seen our video, we are definitely going to be talking about Disney and accessibility.
Hmm.
And this is going to be a little bit more accessibility towards dealing with autism or other neurodivergencies,
Yep.
but we do have experience with scooters and mobility issues as well.
Yeah.
So, we will be touching on that a little bit. Before the stream started, our good friend, Mr. Three Strands, he wanted to pop in and he said, I wish I could join in. I've had some practical experience at WDW with scooters and would love to contribute if needed. Have a great stream. I'll see you on the replay. So thank you, Mr. Three Strands. Really appreciate you putting that comment in there for us. We'll definitely have some conversations with you because it's been a couple of years. And so we definitely want to make sure that the information that we have is still accurate for mobility scooters.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's been a few years since we've been down there, but I have a feeling that's going to be rectified this year because we've got a little someone that keeps saying that they want to go back to Disney. So
absolutely.
And then there's Nick. I mean, my dad wants to go back to Disney, so doesn't Nick. But anyway.
And JC said, hi, Mr. Three Strands. Good to see you in here, JC. Hope you're still in. And Joe, thanks for joining us. We do appreciate you popping in and saying hello. So without further ado, everybody, let's go ahead and get into it because we got lots to go over.
Yes, we do.
And hopefully I can get this to cooperate for us this evening. Bear with me 1 second as I adjust how I want this to look. Yeah, I think that'll do just fine. So
there we go.
So for those of you that have seen our video that we put out on Tuesday, I really appreciate that. Top 5 Disney planning tips that we had for what we do in order to be able to help our clients make Disney the most magical vacation ever. Because let's face it, Disney is overwhelming, especially Walt Disney World. You've got 4 theme parks, you've got 2 water parks, 28 resorts. There are so many different things, and it's really easy to get overwhelmed. It's so funny because when I was going through the notes and stuff, everybody's like, oh, it gets so overwhelming just to, like, pulling onto the property. And I'm like, pulling onto the property? Like, it's overwhelming just opening up your computer and going, I might want to do a Disney trip. And then all the information floods at you and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it's definitely overwhelming. I know how many trips we've made ourselves, let alone planning it for all of our clients and stuff. It has definitely been overwhelming. There's been a lot of research, a lot of thinking things through and making sure that, we're putting everybody in the right locations and stuff, and makes it easier for them to be able to get what parks are going to. If there are mobility issues and stuff, we want to make sure that they're capable of actually getting to their rooms and stuff, and it's a lot easier for them. So there's a lot of work that goes into it.
Absolutely. So one thing that I saw, I've been using a little bit of ChatGPT to kind of just help me outline some certain things. And one of the phrases that it came up with that I thought was really funny because it's so true is our live this evening is going to be all about making Disney. Hang on. How do I want to say this? The phrase is, I apologize, this is not about doing Disney right. It's about doing it your way.
Exactly.
And that is so powerful.
Yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of people can just say, hey, can you plan a trip for us and stuff? Yeah, we can plan it, but we really want to make sure that the trip when you go down is very full of experiences, memories,
that you want to do.
Yeah, that you want to do. So that way, that once in a lifetime trip is full of memories and stuff. And let's face it, Disney's not cheap.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to do.
No.
So this is the reason why we try to hit things and go over a lot of things with our clients. And we do it for ourselves too. And just we like to really make sure that everybody knows exactly what they're getting into and help them out.
Absolutely. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the resorts. Now, I have tons of different resort photos. We've stayed at not all of them. We've stayed at a lot of them. I think we've stayed at all the values and most of the moderates at this point.
Yep.
But it really depends on what you are looking for as to whether or not these resorts are going to be a good fit for you.
Exactly.
I have one family that goes I would say about every year to 18 months or so. And they absolutely love Disney. They book with me because they enjoy talking to me about it, not necessarily because they need my assistance. And I'm more than happy to be chatting with them at 8:30 in the morning going, okay, what are you in line for first? But it's a lot of fun talking to them. However, the mom, which is who I talk to the most, absolutely terrified of that Skyliner. She would love nothing more than to stay at Pop Century or Art of Animation. She loves the theming at Art of Animation. She likes the family suites, but she will not stay there because she is terrified of that Skyliner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, and you're not a big fan of the Skyliner either.
I don't like it.
We have stayed on the route where the Skyliner moves and goes around and picks people up and drops them off. And to me, I'm completely fine with it. It's not a big deal. But Megan's not thrilled about hanging from a cable up about 150 feet in the air.
My issue with it, like, I'm not a huge fan of heights, but every time you go over the rollers at the poles, that's what I don't like. You feel that da-da-da, da-da-da. No, can't do it. No. Not my thing. So that's where my anxiety comes in. So we don't generally stay at one of the Skyliner resorts because unless there's inclement weather, they're not going to have those buses running to Hollywood Studios or Epcot because they're going to have you ride the Skyliner instead. And ain't happening.
Skyliner instead with inclement weather?
Well, strike that, reverse it.
You're going to be riding the buses, not the
inclement weather, you would be riding buses. But if it's beautiful skies and exactly what you're hoping for on a Disney trip where you have great weather, you're stuck with those Skyliners.
Yeah.
Not for me. No. Absolutely not my favorite thing.
No.
So that's just one of the things that I like to talk about with families. Another thing that I like to talk about is, as you can see, I totally forgot to fix this slide, so I apologize. But Disney World complex is absolutely huge. It actually is 40 square miles. And you've got Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, Typhoon Lagoon, Blizzard Beach, Disney Springs, 2 Goofy Golf areas. You've got ESPN Worldwide of Sports. Probably other things that I'm forgetting about.
You're forgetting the professional golf courses that's in there.
Yep.
I believe there's 2 of those. And then you've also got all of the resorts, which I believe the last count was what, 26?
26, 28, somewhere in there. Don't quote me on that.
Yeah.
Because I always seem to get that number right. It's a 20 instead of a 7. I don't know.
You always get it right. You get it wrong. You always get it wrong. Anyway,
I try really hard.
Do keep in mind, I always tell everybody when they're talking about going to Walt Disney World, I want them to realize something. Just because you're staying at the resort and you want to go to the Magic Kingdom and you're riding the bus, guys, it could take you up to an hour to get to the front gates of the Magic Kingdom.
Yep.
It is literally the size of 2 Manhattans in New York City. 2 Manhattans put together. Think about that for a minute. That is huge.
Absolutely. So where he's coming from is I have so many families that are like, I want to do Disney as cheap as possible. Well, as cheap as possible, generally speaking, I mean, most of the time, 90% of the time, it's going to be an all-star resort. All-star resort is over in the Animal Kingdom area of Walt Disney World complex. Well, if you're going to be going and riding that all-star sports or music or movies resort bus all the way to Magic Kingdom, it could take you an hour. And as Joe definitely put in there, it's standing room only sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, big time.
What happens if you have a child with sensory issues and they literally have somebody's butt in their face because it's standing room only and they can't handle that? It's a concern and definitely something that you need to think about. Whether it is you make sure that you're going back and forth during non-peak times, like you're not trying to rope drop, you're not trying to come back at the end of the park night, or maybe you just don't stay at All Stars altogether and you plan on staying somewhere that's on the monorail loop because Magic Kingdom's important to you. Right.
Well, the one thing that we always look at, especially with Nick, excuse me, sorry about that, guys. Especially with Nick, he gets up and he likes to do his thing in the morning, and eventually slowly get into his day. So we end up getting to the parks usually, like 11, 12, 1-ish, somewhere in there.
Right.
But we're night owls. He loves to be up. This kid would stay up until 2 a.m. if you'd let him.
Absolutely.
But we actually do that kind of
screen real quick as we talk about this.
Okay. So, I forgot where I was going with this. Anyway.
So we tend to be night owls.
Yes, we tend to be night owls. Thank you.
That's where we come in and we're like, we'll get into that a little bit more later on pacing things your way.
Exactly.
So, and like I said, how are you going to get around Disney World? I mean, are those buses going to be the thing for you?
Mm-hmm.
Are ferry boats something that you can handle?
Yep.
The monorail, is that something that you're going to be able to handle being up over top of roadways and stuff as it's going between Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom and then Epcot?
Yep.
Skyliner. You already know my feeling on Skyliner.
Yep.
I love the monorail. Cannot stand the Skyliner.
Right. Now, for me personally, I tell you the best transportation I really enjoy the most at the Walt Disney World complex has got to be the monorail. That one for me is my favorite.
Yep.
For a lot of reasons. One, if you're in a scooter, you got a scooter, wheelchair, you got mobility issues, you got sensory issues and stuff. Depending on the time of the day that you go, it's a great way to be able to get into the parks and be able to, not have to fight the crowds and stuff so much like in different times of the day and stuff. Now, with the monorail, I love it because, like I said, it's easy to get in and out with the scooters.
Absolutely.
It's just so
Hi,
easy.
JC. Thanks for joining us.
Hey, JC.
So, well, we really like the monorail, and we like it for a couple of reasons, one of which you just said, but also I have a lot of families that go with kids, and it's their very first experience. They're wanting to get them in before they turn 3 so that they get that free ticket. Spoiler alert, I can help with that. Third birthdays at Disney are magical in so many ways.
Yes.
But the monorail resorts, they're really great for you to be able to go, okay, we're going to go rope drop. We're going to ride a few things and we're going to have some fun. And then we're going to take those kiddos back to the resort and then we're going to let them sleep for an hour or two, or we're going to go to the pool, burn off some energy, re-regulate, and then we're going to come back and we're going to finish our night, or take the monorail and go over to Epcot for the rest of the night and then take the monorail back.
Yeah.
I mean, there's lots of options.
We've actually done this before.
Absolutely.
We've actually went back to the room and we've laid down and took naps. All of us have, because let's face it, depending on when you get there.
We even had teenagers taking naps, guys.
Oh yeah. Like depending on when you get there, sometimes you're leaving your airport, like you're getting up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and you're getting down there. And the first thing you do when you hit the property is you want to get in on the rides and stuff. So you get in there and by noon, you're worn out. So it's time to go back to your room, hopefully if it's ready, and check in, lay down, take a nap, rest, and then go back to the parks and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Absolutely. And oh my gosh, Sharon's in here.
Hey,
Thank you for joining us, Sharon. So excited for our trip. So a fun story, Sharon. I hope you don't mind me sharing this with everybody, but she is doing a fantastic trip where she is taking her granddaughters. It's an all-girls granddaughters trip. I'm really worried whether or not her granddaughters are going to try to offer while they're there, but I got her a scooter. So at least they're not going to walk her legs off.
Yes.
But yes, we're so excited. I think it's so much fun. And eventually her one granddaughter is going to take over my job because the planning that this girl has done for their trip is absolutely phenomenal. I didn't have to do a thing because she was like, Grandma, I got this. So thanks for stopping in, Sharon. We're super excited to be seeing you in here. And that little boat that you see in the bottom right-hand corner, that happens to be one of the boats that you'll be able to take back and forth from Wilderness Lodge. So super excited. Over to Magic Kingdom, at least. Obviously, you'll have to take the buses for other parks, but still very, very fun.
Yeah.
Moving on.
And it's easy to get a scooter onto those boats, too.
It's very easy.
Yes. And the buses and the Skyliner, too. All the way around. All of these are easy for scooters, wheelchairs, anybody with mobility issues. It's so easy for you to get yourself around the Walt Disney complex.
Absolutely. And let's kind of hit that just a little bit on the Skyliner because I've had families that have done it. And basically what you do is you go up, cast members like, oh, you have a You have a scooter, you have a mobility device, and they actually have a couple of the pods, for lack of a better term, off to the side that are stationary that you get yourself loaded onto. And then they put them in the rotation. So when you have it slow down a little bit or stop while you're like up in the sky, most likely that's what's going on, is they're making sure that they're getting one of those accessible pods into the sky for you, and then they bring it off to the side and you're able to get back off. It's not like you're having to get off of it while it's moving, going around. So I thought that was a really, really cool thing. And they're very, very good to help you with that as well, because that was a concern that I had with a multi-gen family that I had going a few years ago now. But it was actually very easy for them to be able to utilize that.
Well, Uncle Tim is watching. Hi, Uncle Tim. How you doing? Drop a comment real quick. Let us know you're still with us.
Absolutely.
It's good to see you in here, buddy.
So as you can see, the right resort really does make all of the difference for your Disney park vacation. Obviously, you're going to have different tiers of budget, and at the end of the day, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. Disney's going to put the price tag that they want to put on. It has nothing to do with me. Trust me, I wish I could make it more affordable for you in certain regards, but we can definitely make sure that we find a resort that's going to work for you and your family and their needs. So
yeah, totally.
And moving
along.
Sensory Guide and DAS Pass. So I don't want to spend a ton of time on this because it really is individualized per family. But if you Google or you can send out an email or scan that QR code that's up in the top corner and ask me for the DAS Sensory Guide or the Walt Disney World Sensory Guide, I would be more than happy to send that over to you. That is a fantastic tool, whether you're neurodivergent or not, because it gives you information on each attraction so that you know whether there's going to be flashing lights or sudden drops or certain sounds. So many different reasons why that's a really great tool, especially if you're trying to make sure that you have a good day and you're not completely derailed. So I really, really like that. And then the DAS Pass is the Disability Access Service. They did change this up a little bit to try to make it so that not everybody is using it. You do have very specific criteria that you have to fall under. We have used it in the past, and it really does make a difference in our park day, because with Nick, he does okay with crowds, but like when he gets overstimulated and frustrated, he drops to the floor. And so, I mean, he's now 9, but I mean, even as a 6 or 7-year-old, dropping to the ground is like, oh my gosh, what if he hits his head on a concrete berm or something? Because I mean, not all of those cues are like sterile environments, you know, I mean, everything is themed so well. And so what if he hits his head on one of those? What if another guest steps on him because I can't get him up fast enough and people aren't paying attention? So different things like that.
Biggest reason why we enjoy that is just due to the fact that we can get Nick up toward the front quick. And there's probably a little bit of a wait, not much. I'm saying probably 15 minutes maybe tops, but if you're not doing the whole line, because sometimes some of those lines could be over an hour long waiting to get onto the ride. And he can't handle it.
No, he can't. And to kind of explain that a little bit further, you're essentially entering the lightning lane queue. So you're not guaranteed no wait, but you're guaranteed less of a wait. Okay. Same as when you purchase a lightning lane. Now, how that also works is, so you can go into your My Disney Experience app and you can pick which ride that you want to be on. So say, for instance, we're doing a day at Hollywood Studios and we enter the park, and the first ride that we want to do is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So I'm going to go into that app after we have scanned into the park, and I'm going to find Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and it has a 45-minute wait. I'm going to click that. That's going to be our first DAS Pass that we're going to utilize for the day, and it's going to start a timer. And in 45 minutes, we'll be able to go over to the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. Nick will scan his magic band because he's the one that has the DAS Pass, and then us as the parents, we get to go along with him because obviously he's not going to do it by himself. And then we get to ride in the lightning lane queue, so the reduced queue. So it ends up being a really great feature so that we can kind of do other things or kind of keep him regulated, however it is that we need to keep him regulated that day, and then still get to go and do things without meltdowns and cues.
Right.
So really do like the service. And then as you can see here, this is actually Nick getting in a queue after scanning in with that desk pass. And I have a question for you. Who can tell me which ride queue that is?
Oh man, I was sitting there just trying to figure that out myself.
It's in Hollywood Studios.
Well, let's let everybody have a second or two to think about it and answer.
Absolutely.
And then we'll come back to it.
Absolutely. So moving on, the number 3 point that we talked about during our edited video was pacing and giving yourself some grace and having some resort days.
Yes.
So pacing is going to be everything. As we touched a little bit earlier, we are not rope drop people because that's just not going to be a good day for us.
No.
Getting up super early, trying to be there, trying to beat the crowds. It's not for us. So being able to pace ourselves a little bit, knowing that, okay, we'll get into the parks between 11 and 1, and we're going to be there probably until the end of the night because we're night owls. We do better when the sun goes down.
Exactly.
We'll hit so many more things in the last 2 or 3 hours of the park being open. And then we sleep in the next morning a little bit, and then we do a resort day. Enjoy Goofy's pool over at All Star Sports, things like that. So
get breakfast, go to the pool, relax, take it easy.
Yep.
Go get lunch, relax, go to the pool, take it easy.
And I go and I record all of my footage that I need, and they have a wonderful time.
Yeah, we record all of the stuff inside the pool. That's me and Nick.
So
anytime you see pool footage, that's me and Nick actually having a lot of fun.
I'm a pool person.
And being able to go and down the slides and stuff and get the footage for that. Oh man, I love doing that. I love showcasing myself going down into the water because I have came up with some really weird looking faces when I hit that water. So.
Yes. So Joe wanted to know if it was Beauty and the Beast. It is not Beauty and the Beast. Nick has never seen that show because he won't sit through it.
No, he won't. And to be honest with you, I think, this was back a couple years ago. I don't know about now, but the Beast would have scared him a little bit. We actually,
oh my gosh, terrified.
Yeah, because we were at we were at Universal, and we went into the
horror makeup show.
The horror makeup show, that's what it is. And so the werewolf came out, jumped out, and I'm gonna tell you what, Nick lost it.
He totally lost it. And
he was scared.
The sad thing is they uncovered it towards the beginning of the show where it's just sitting there and stationary and not moving. And he freaked out then.
Yeah.
And the guy stops and he looks at him. He goes, buddy, it's only going to get worse from here. And I was like, oh no, what do I do?
Yeah. So we have to kind of pay attention to some of the shows and stuff that we take him to. A Disney show isn't going to be that bad. Beauty and the Beast. I don't think it would bother him. I think he's okay with it. But it's just little things like that.
Absolutely. So definitely really enjoy our resort days because we can decompress from that. And for those of you that are curious, I know we had one comment that I wanted to know what it was. This is actually the queue for Rock and Roller Coasters. So I'm really curious to see.
Oh, wow, I never would have guessed that.
I'm really curious to see what it's going to be like when the Muppets take over, because that is the most bland and boring queue I could have ever gotten a photo of.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not exactly something that I take a photo of very often.
Yeah.
So that was where I was like, well, this is what I got. But, and then going back to it, making sure that you're pacing things and you're doing things at your own speed. Pandora is probably one of our absolute favorite destinations at any of the resorts, but especially at Animal Kingdom. And so being able to go in and experience that at night, not easy to do because Disney likes to close it. Joe said, Joe, I was out, can't do coasters. There you go. I could. That would be exactly why you had no idea what that was.
Yeah.
But so Pandora at night, absolutely beautiful.
Exactly.
You have to do it in the wintertime and hope that they're going to keep it open until 6 or 7 in order for you to be able to see it. They used to keep the parks open later so that people could enjoy it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite tactics for going and seeing this is getting into line for Flight of Passage right before park closing, and then going through, riding that incredible ride, because the queue is awesome. The attraction itself is really cool. And then as you're coming out, being respectful of the cast members that are just wanting to go home, but being able to kind of slowly walk your way back through and get your photos and things.
Yeah. It's the most beautiful time of the evening. Personally, I feel this is the most beautiful part of Animal Kingdom at night, other than the Tree of Life lit up.
That's really beautiful too.
This is one of the most, like, they went through and they thought of every single
Joe
thing.
Rohde did everything.
Oh man, this is so beautifully themed and gorgeous. Like, you don't even have to ride the ride; just go look at the land. I mean, there's so much to see, so much that's been put into this, and the imagination of Pandora is just phenomenal. I love this part of the park.
Absolutely beautiful. So moving on, I did want to talk briefly on planning for rides and dining and different things that you can do. Reason I have Slinky Dog on here for that, a lot of people are like, oh, it's Slinky Dog, it's a kiddie coaster, why do I need to prepare my kid for that?
No.
Yeah, hear the laugh?
Yeah, I thought that too.
Evil laugh.
Yeah, I thought that too. But I'm going to tell you what, Slinky Dog coaster, it's got some kick to her. She takes off and, like, where it says go right there, go baby go. That's what you do.
Yep.
And Nick absolutely loves this coaster. As a matter of fact, this is something.
He's a thrill junkie, though.
Yeah, he is. He's a lot like his dad, but he absolutely loves this ride. There's some wonderful photos. I wish we had more ride photos of all of us on this ride, because it's just hilarious to watch.
Joe says, nope, too high, too fast. See?
Yep.
I mean, everybody likens it to Thunder Mountain Railroad in Magic Kingdom, and I'm like, oh no. This is the evil twin that, like, really gets you going.
Yeah. It's like the warm up before you get to Big Thunder Mountain. You know?
Absolutely.
It's definitely it's one of those that will really kind of just shock you. So that's all I'm going to really say. If you like coasters, you're going to like this one.
Absolutely. We do enjoy this one, but you have to set those expectations. And this is another classic example. This ride will get 60, 90, 120-minute wait sometimes in the heat of summer.
Big time.
2 things. There is no shade in Andy's backyard, so you have to be prepared for that, and very little shade in the queue. Also, if you are using a DAS pass or a lightning lane, again, just because you have that pass to be able to go into the expedited queue does not mean that you're not going to wait.
Yeah.
We have consistently, every time we have used it, lightning lane or DAS pass, have waited 20 minutes, something like that.
Yep.
Because it's not a guaranteed walk on. Yep. And so you have to make sure that you prep yourself and your kid or whoever is with you for that, so that they're prepared.
Now, do you have anything about preparing for the weather? Because if not.
Yes.
Okay, cool. You do.
Somewhere.
It's somewhere in
there. Yeah. You would think I did this earlier. I would remember. It's somewhere in here. So the other thing I want to make sure people are aware of, and something that I have a conversation with my people about, is making sure that you can handle certain things. Mission Space.
Oh, God. No, I get green just looking at this ride. Look, okay. I had the brilliant
very first time we ever went to Disney.
Yeah.
As a family
with the boys. I've been there many times before. Megan's been there too. Now, we just get off the plane. I figure, you know what? Hey, I didn't get no motion sickness on the plane. I'll be fine on this ride. Let's do the extreme. I was not fine. I literally got off the ride.
And Christopher both.
We were green. I mean, as green as that grass or the bush in that photo. We were
that was
green.
The beginning of the end of our trip.
I'm going to tell you what, it took a long time for me to recover from that. So if anybody ever wants me to go on that ride, we will do the mild version, please.
I don't think I have ridden it since, to be honest with you. JC said, Mission Space puts me and the wife have to go back to the room and recover. Yeah,
exactly.
Absolutely. It is just not worth it to us.
No. I will go do all the other rides and stuff throughout all of the parks.
We could ride Guardians over and over again.
Yeah, I can ride Guardians. I can even ride Everest. Everest doesn't bother me. And that thing spins like this all the way down, look, but man, this one, woo.
Nope.
Sick as a dog, man. I was eyeing the trash can real hard there.
Yeah. I really thought we were going to have a problem between him and Christopher on that trip.
Yep.
So definitely we have that conversation with all of our clients, because the last thing I need is a phone call or a text message going, how do I get my kid back to the room?
Yeah.
Like, it's just, not doing that to you. The other thing that we always want to make sure that we talk to our clients about is dining and how to prepare you for all of that. Mm-hmm. Crystal Palace is probably one of our favorite meals, but it's a buffet, which I realize is not for everybody, and that's okay. And it's also character dining. So you're going to be able to see all of the friends from 100 Acre Wood. Well, I shouldn't say all, but you're going to see Winnie the Pooh. You're going to see Piglet, Tigger, Eeyore. So it's really cute. It's really fun.
Yes, it is.
Definitely a really great use of a dining credit, in my opinion, if you're happening to use the dining plan that they are offering. And so while we really enjoy this for us, it may not be for everybody, because what if your kid is like Nick that doesn't eat anything other than like chicken nuggets, and it has to be nuggets, not tenders, or pizza, things like that. So
French fries.
It's definitely something worth having a conversation about, which I do, making sure that that's going to be fine, making sure that your kid's going to be okay with characters coming around while they're trying to eat. And then the buffet can have a whole other issue.
Yeah.
The other thing is Disney is very adventurous in their meals. As you can see, we've got a little bit of everything, whether it's the cheeseburger bao buns.
Boy, say that 5 times real fast.
I'd rather not. Over at Satuli Canteen, a lot of people love those, but they're very doughy, very different. There's the Tonga toast that's over at the Polynesian, Captain Cook's for breakfast, which you guys, I don't know how you ate all of that. I can't. I'm allergic to cinnamon, so I didn't even attempt it.
One bite at a time, baby. One bite at a time.
And then like very unique desserts and just a lot of things that people are like, oh, like I ate things there that I never in a million years would have ever eaten anywhere else. That can be a real problem if you have a child like Nick that just, it ain't happening. He looks at it and he's like, it's like, no, don't you dare.
Yep.
So
is that the taco that Noah ate and that none of us got to try?
This one?
Yeah.
So no, he's talking about the second photo on the top from the left, and that is the Ronto Roasters wrap.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
I made you try that.
Yeah, that was actually pretty good.
And of course, my favorite crab cake is between the Blue Moose and then the weird coconut Dole Whip that I got a couple years ago. So that crab cake you can actually get at Wilderness Lodge's Geyser Point.
Yes.
So that's my favorite resort quick service restaurant.
And they have excellent hamburgers there, guys.
They've got bison burgers.
Is that what I had?
Yeah.
That's why it was so good. I order stuff. I don't know.
You know what? As long as there's some sort of a cheeseburger on that menu, my lactose intolerant husband will be happy.
That's right. It's got to have cheese, but I'm lactose intolerant.
Yep. I just don't even attempt to explain that one. But and then here is a photo of the very first trip that we took with the boys before Nick was even a thought. And as you can see from JT's face, we had a little bit of weather on our day at Epcot.
Yes, we did.
The most ridiculously loud thunderclap I have ever heard in my life happened while we were in the Canadian Pavilion at Epcot. And this is the result of that photo I was trying to get.
You got the photo just as it, kaboom! And that was JT's face going, oh, I think I pooped. Yeah. So while Megan's here, I'm going to give her a little bit of a break, and I'm going to talk about the weather. Guys,
Absolutely.
first of all, this is Florida. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. It's going to change. And probably not for the better.
Good possibility.
So this is a great place where I always recommend everybody taking ponchos. Maybe even carry an extra pair of socks, another pair of shoes in a backpack with you or something. Just in case. Flip-flops. Yeah, flip-flops would be a lot better.
I do flip-flops a lot for one of my first-time families that are planning on doing a water ride.
Right. Well, that way, just in case there's a monsoon that comes through, and let's face it, we've all seen the videos. How many times has
Hollywood Studios been flooded?
Exactly. We've all seen that. We've all seen Epcot. We've all seen all the parks get completely flooded, and this happens even up at Universal too. This is everywhere in Florida.
Oh, yeah.
But when you're walking back and your feet are soaking wet, you're going to want to put your feet in something dry. And trust me, carrying a few little flip-flops with you and stuff, it doesn't take up a lot of space, but it is really nice to be able to get back to your room and unwind. But
all the difference.
Always double check your weather forecast before you leave for the day.
Yes.
Just to see about when the rain might come in, because that would be a good time if you guys are wanting to go back to your room to take naps, to do it right then.
Absolutely. And this is another great example where booking with somebody like us that has been there, done that. Fun fact, this photo, about 10 minutes later, it started pouring rain.
Yeah.
And I had never been to Epcot before. And so we went where we thought we were going towards the exit.
Nope.
We were not.
Yeah. Yeah.
We walked the entire loop around World Showcase and then down to the exit to the buses in soaking rain, ruined our phones that we had just gotten. Like we were convinced that like, oh my gosh, we just spent all this money on these new cell phones and they're ruined. It was quite the adventure. So
yes, it was.
From somebody that has been there and done that, having somebody in your corner that can kind of help you out, send you a text and go, hey, like the weather is really not looking good for the rest of the day. Maybe this would be a good time for you to plan on doing the arcade in the afternoon. Or why don't you guys head on over to the monorail loop and you can take the monorail around and still do things.
Or I have Megan text you guys and go, hey, do me a favor, let them know to look east in about 15 minutes. They might see a rocket launch going off over at the Cape from all the way over at Walt Disney World, because we've done that.
Yeah, we had one of our good friends was there in December and got to do that. That was fun. Yep,
that was awesome. And it was great that we were able to point them in the right direction, literally, to be able to make sure they're looking in the right way, to be able to see the launch go off. So
I love my friend dearly. She's a good friend, not just a client. And I literally had to send her a screenshot of the Epcot map with an arrow pointing the direction she had to look at. Because she's like, which way?
Is the sun coming up in the east? Yes. Look that direction.
So I love her dearly. It was entertaining. I appreciated the laugh.
Yeah.
So,
well, guys, real quick here, if you haven't done so already, please do us a great big favor. Drop us a big thumbs up if you're loving this video. And if you haven't done so,
I look serious.
Well, you always look serious when you work. Make sure you subscribe to our channel too. Now
absolutely.
Back to you talking.
Okay. So me working on an airplane, I put this in here because I literally work from just about everywhere. That's one of the benefits of having a home-based travel agent on your side is I'm going to be there. I'm going to be able to help you with things. I do work on the cruise ships. I always make sure I give myself a couple of office hours every day, be able to answer calls and emails and different things like that, as well as everything else that's going on.
And that's pool time for me and Nick.
Yep, absolutely. Because I don't enjoy the pool. So it's perfect timing for him and Nick to go and have fun while I get some work done.
Yes.
So moving forward, I did want to talk about the current promos that Disney World is currently offering. I did not add any of the Florida resident rates, even though I got a lot of Floridians in here. If you're interested in those, definitely reach out to me. You can scan that QR code, send me a message, or reach out to me via Facebook or Instagram or YouTube, however you want to get a hold of me, whatever's easiest.
Send a pigeon, send a fox.
And don't send a fox. Betty will probably try to kill it. One of our cats. So the biggest thing with 2026 that I think is so huge, and we will probably try to take advantage of at some point this year, is the free dining plan for kids ages 3 to 9.
Oh, yeah, so, we're definitely taking advantage of that.
If you have kids that are ages from 3 to 9, they will be able to get whatever dining plan that you choose for the adults that are in the room. So, for instance, Scott and me and Mike, we're talking about going down at some point. We'll buy the dining plan. Nick's will be free. I won't be upset that the kid won't eat anything other than French fries at every single meal because I didn't technically pay for it.
Yeah.
So just nice thing to think about for 2026. It is definitely making it much more affordable for a lot of my families to be able to utilize dining.
The great thing is you got kids that do actually eat. Mm-hmm. This is a great way to take advantage of it and to see Disney. You wouldn't believe just how much money it costs for one kid to eat at Disney for a week. I mean, I had 3 boys that weren't afraid to eat.
Oh my gosh.
And one ordered steak almost on every single meal.
Yes. Which didn't matter when we were on a dining plan.
Exactly.
But when we weren't, it was.
Yeah, it really hurt the wallet. My credit cards ran across the table screaming, no.
Take me away. Another promo that they have going right now is save up to 30% on Disney Resorts Collection hotels. So when you stay 5 nights or more, there's other savings if you're going shorter than that. From May 1st through October 4th, we're going to be able to get you some really great rates.
Yep.
So there's also, fun fact, a spring option that is kind of overlapping a little bit. And I was actually able to save my clients that I booked today staying at Port Orleans Riverside about $600 by using the spring savings promotion rather than this promotion.
Nice.
Still great promotions, but because of how Disney does things, and I'm weird, I love playing around with it and seeing which one's going to be the best deal for everybody. Mm-hmm. And every time these new promotions come out, I'm always checking all of my clients to see whether or not it's going to help you. Definitely, we can find you some really great options. So Chase said, I only want to eat fries every single day.
Good to see you,
well,
Chase.
You know what, Chase? You and Nick will have so much fun. I hope you're enjoying that Chex Mix, though, buddy. So I have one kid that is very, very upset with me right now. So not really.
We need to actually make up another batch and send it down to him. That was Chris that was on last week's show. He was the one that was chatting with us, the one that lives down in North Carolina. So he's not on tonight. I think he's actually at work right now. So he'll probably catch this later on. He'll watch it. So Chris, yes, we understand how frustrated you are. We will get some of that made up and we'll get a batch of it sent to you, buddy.
Yep. So, and then the next promotion I wanted to talk about, which I think is really cool, is this 3-day 3-park ticket. So if you are a Disney Plus Perks member, you can actually purchase these tickets, and it's for Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. It excludes Magic Kingdom. So if you have older kids, or if you've been before and you want to go for a long weekend, this is a really, really great promotion that you can do.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, 3 days, that's a lot, believe me. And the average steps that you can do inside of a Walt Disney World park can be anywhere of upwards of 20 to 30,000 steps in one day.
Yeah.
Think about that for a minute. That's another thing you need to think about too when you're preparing to get ready to go on these trips. Are you physically going to be able to walk all of this? If not, then we might need to discuss getting a scooter for you.
Yep.
Doesn't mean that you can't do it. Doesn't mean that it makes you less of a person that you have to ride the scooter and stuff. Believe me, I'm 50 years old in pretty decent shape. And I'm telling you right now, I think the next time I go to Disney, I'm renting a scooter because I don't want to be
He's
dead.
tired of chasing me. That's basically what it comes down to.
Y'all, I'm telling you what, if we do something, we go to Disney and you all go with us, man, I'm going to tell you what.
Not only am I a walking encyclopedia.
Wow. She takes off. And like, I'm telling you what, even Dad was on the scooters. And he's like, I can't keep up with her. Like he's like, I'm running full force. He ran over 2 old ladies and, knocked 3 children into the bay. I mean, we were just trying to catch Megan, but Joking.
It's not my
That
fault.
didn't happen.
It's not my fault you guys don't pay attention. So,
but yeah, so keep that in mind. There is a lot of walking that's going to be going on. Now, if you get brand new shoes before you go on this vacation,
terrible idea.
Terrible idea. Get it a month before, break them in real good, then wear them. Don't get them like the day before and go. And
don't be like Chase and wear flip-flops in Epcot.
Yeah. Shame on you, Chase.
And then probably the most popular promotion that I've had a lot of people ask me about.
Old Captain Canaveral walking around in these flip-flops.
At least there weren't socks on his feet too. Oh my goodness. So, all right. So the most did you just never mind.
Don't worry. The water slopped up out of the cup. Sorry.
Okay. So probably the most popular promotion that I have right now is getting 2 free nights and 2 theme park days added to your stay when you purchase a 4-night, 4-day, or longer room and ticket package at select Disney Resort Collection hotels. Now, this is from May 26th through September 15th if you book by February 15th. So great Valentine's Day gift to give to your wife, everybody. I mean, something to think about.
How about I do that for you, but I'll have to contact my travel agent, which is you.
Mm-hmm.
So will you still love me if I do that?
You're taking me to Disney. Of course I will. And I'll get to book what I want. So it's even better.
There you go.
So definitely, this is a really great promotion, especially if you can't take your kids out of school or different things of that nature. So definitely reach out. It's only a $200 deposit, and then your final payment isn't due until 30 days prior to travel. So if you're thinking about this and thinking about making Disney a thing for you guys for this year, this is a really great opportunity to be able to do that and be able to save a little bit of money and actually get to go and do a little bit. So definitely really great opportunity for everybody to be able to go, have fun with their family, see what Disney is all about. And we're going to be with you every step of the way to make sure that it is as magical as it can be for you and your family. Because let's face it, we all like different things, and that's okay.
Oh, yeah, totally. Even we like different things. Like I like hanging out at the pool. She likes going and recording.
Yep, absolutely. Okay. So, all right. So I think that's going to wrap up everything that we have for our Disney section of it tonight. I did want to talk to you guys a little bit, though. Next week, we're going to be talking about accessible cruising. So super excited to talk about this. It's going to be a little bit more along the lines of autism and different opportunities that are available for you depending on the cruise line and things that we can do to make things a little bit easier for you so that you can have a really great cruise with your family.
This is going to be a great show. This is actually we're going to really touch on the subjects and stuff about what we've done and kind of go over it with how we've done things with Nick and stuff. Like, first of all, I'll give you a quick, brief example. Nick really gets stressed out getting on new ships. So his first day, he usually sleeps a lot. So,
absolutely.
But we're going to have more about that next week, and we're going to talk a lot more in depth about it. So,
And Joe, thank you for chatting so much. We do appreciate it. The chat definitely helps us kind of keep things going. We do appreciate it when people do put in comments and things. It really helps us out. We appreciate that. And then JC said, don't forget Star for 2026. JC, I'm working on it, man.
Yeah, we actually pulled up everything just the other night. We're liking what we see. We're just making sure that the schedule actually matches up with what we've got going on. So far, everything's
crazy thing, JC. Depending on when you booked yours, you or your wife double check your race and stuff, because when I looked at it in December, I can get the exact same room category for about $2,500 cheaper now. So definitely something to think about. So, and Chase said, good to see you, Joe. Absolutely. Thank you, Chase. Thank you, JC. Thank you, Sharon, if you're still over there on Facebook. I appreciate it. Definitely a lot of stuff going on in this one. And it was kind of rapid fire. So hopefully lots of good information for everybody. Oh, she is still in here. Yay. Lots of good information. Glad I have a scooter. Sharon, absolutely.
Trust me, you're going to be very glad. Just think of it like this.
We want to keep the gel in your knees, okay? We don't want to pound it into your feet.
Look at it like this. The kids are going to have hurt feet, and you're going to be like, hey, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's do that.
And Joe said, as Bruins just started, have to step out. That sounds great. We're glad that you were able to be in here.
Yeah, thanks for jumping in tonight, Joe. We appreciate it.
And hey, Cruising Chris just popped in. Hello, how are you? So JC said, thanks, guys. So like I said, next week we are definitely going to be talking about accessible cruising. We are going to talk a little bit about scooters and mobility accessibilities and such. However, we don't really have a ton of experience with that, because when Mike went with us on our Disney Dream Cruise, we didn't think to bring one with us.
Yeah.
So, but we can talk to you about the accessible cabins, which are really great.
Yep. And we'll be able to show you guys a few things, especially from our Disney cruise that we did.
Absolutely. So, which eventually I'll have all the footage out there for you at some point.
It's just been crazy.
It's been a crazy couple weeks.
Yeah. Well, months. Literally when we started talking about wave season, like, we're not kidding you. Like, January and February is our busiest months. Literally, I haven't seen Megan. She literally gets up, gets out of bed, goes to the office, does her thing. And I don't see her until usually I'm about ready to go to bed. So for those 2 months, she is just completely slammed. So everybody that's reaching out, everybody that's going through us and letting us book your vacation, thank you.
Absolutely.
Everybody that has recently just subscribed to the channel, welcome to the Plum Crazy family. Yes. We greatly appreciate you. Without you guys, we could never do what we do. And we absolutely love what we do. And it's all because of you guys.
Yep. I'll pop this back up into here. Oh, I don't like that one. Let's pull it down to that one. There you go. So we are very, very appreciative. And if you guys do have anything in the hopper with me and I haven't reached out, please understand, I booked somebody a 5-night stay at Port Orleans Riverside today. I have somebody that is part of the cruise fam that is wanting me to book Celebrity Apex in December, and also Mardi Gras in May for his birthday. So I've got that I need to do as soon as I'm done getting off the phone. I have a group being put together for 2027 for an Alaska cruise tour. So if anybody is thinking about doing Alaska, let me know, because we might be able to put, it's the Coral Princess, a 13-day, it's 2 nights in Denali National Park, or Denali Princess Wilderness Lodge, and then Mount McKinley Princess Wilderness Lodge, and then 2 nights in Fairbanks. So there's really, really fantastic itinerary, actually.
It's amazing.
If you're going to do Alaska, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking about it, I'm working on putting that together. The lead has a couple of cabins, but we need a few more in order to be able to turn it into a group. You don't need to do stuff with them if you don't want to. Nope. It's just being able to get those fantastic deals. So, and then Chase says, I know a curling champion from Celebrity Apex.
Yeah, I think I know one too.
Maybe. I don't know. We're going to have to think about that one. So definitely I've had a lot of interest in things. And like I said, that's just in like the past 24 hours that I've been working on things.
Yeah.
So
it's been crazy. I'm crazy.
I do really appreciate everybody trusting me to help them with their vacations. And I cannot wait. Like, I just had people check into, oh gosh, where are they checked into? Caribbean Beach Resort. I had people just check into Caribbean Beach Resort today for their long weekend stay. I've got people at Pop Century right now. There's so much going on. And Cruising Chris wants to know if we have a Facebook. We do. We're actually multi-streaming over onto our Facebook page right now, Cruising Chris. Plum Crazy Adventures, same handle. The only one that is different is our Instagram page is Plum Crazy Adventures _PA, because we are originally from Pennsylvania. And there is actually used to be, it closed with the pandemic, but it's still there. There used to be a Plum Crazy Adventures on the lake. So that has the Instagram handle that I can't get. So definitely reach out to us on those. And we are also on TikTok. If you guys like our shorts, we put those up on there as well.
Yeah.
I think that's everything. I don't know.
I'll tell you what, I swear smoke was starting to come off of that mouth there for a minute. Woo, Lord, that girl's talking.
Ears. That's why I grew my hair back out, so you can't see the smoke coming down my ears.
Yeah, I can't see the smoke. So, oh, jeez. Well, guys, anyway, like she said, next week we're going to be discussing a little bit about accessible travel on cruise ships and stuff. So make sure you join us next week, 7:30 p.m. right here, exactly right where you're at. And then I'm sure Chase and all them will be talking about it. We'll be discussing it in the chat and stuff over the next few days. So, guys, anyway, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up because I think Megan, she's got a lot of work to do yet. So
yes, and I want to make sure I get everything finished that I possibly can because I'm going to be on Chase and Jess's live stream, Chase is Around Town tomorrow night when they are watching Disney Adventure because OMG, I cannot wait to see more of that ship.
Yes, and hopefully some horns this time.
Absolutely. Well, it was morning. I mean, you can't really blame them for not doing horns this morning. So we watched the replay. Chase, there was no way I was getting up that early with you. Sorry.
Yeah, we love you, buddy.
I was up until 1 working on this Alaska stuff. So
yeah, we love you, buddy, but that's just too early for me. I'll stay up until 2 in the morning. I don't care, but that's way too early for me.
Absolutely. As always, guys, thank you so much. And are you guys ready for your next Plum Crazy adventure?
Because we are ready to get you to the beautiful Walt Disney World Resort Complex in Orlando, Florida.
Absolutely.
See you guys next week.
Bye, everybody. Hi, Lana. I'm so sorry we finished up just now. So hopefully you can watch the replay and find some good information. Have a great night, everybody.
Yep, bye.